Welcome students. Now we will see the another question. In the hemoglobin dissociation curves show below, the shift from curve A to curve B caused by, what are the exact reasons? You see options: increased pH, decreased 2,3 bisphosphoglycerate, and strenuous exercise, and fetal hemoglobin. Now one more thing you see here, if you see this graph, this is actually how much oxygen can be disassociated from the hemoglobin in different PO2s. It is based on PO2. See, when you increase the PO2 from 0 to slowly towards high PO2 concentration, and you can see the graph slowly increasing at certain PO2. Certain PO2 slowly increasing. Saturation of the hemoglobin. After that, even though if you are increasing, you cannot find the increasing in the saturation. Now all the molecules of hemoglobins are saturated. Roughly 98% of molecules are saturated with the oxygen. After that, even though if you increase, there is no saturation of hemoglobin because at certain point of PO2 all are saturated. So that is the reason here you will get the S-shaped. This is called actually S-shaped sigmoid curve. For that reason, a cooperative binding of hemoglobin molecules to the oxygen. How actually cooperative binding causes like this. As you know, hemoglobin made up of alpha 1, beta 1, beta 2, alpha 2, adult hemoglobin. Now, one oxygen molecule, initial binding of oxygen molecule is very difficult to the hemoglobin. Once one oxygen molecule bound to the hemoglobin, any subunit, and that can trigger to the other subunit to bind oxygen, and this can trigger this subunit to bind another oxygen, and this can trigger this to bind the one more oxygen. So here see, each subunit cooperatively helping to the other subunit to bind the oxygen. So that is the reason at certain point of PO2, you will get the binding of oxygen molecules are very slow to the hemoglobin. Once all the hemoglobins are binded with the first oxygen molecule, and you can see there is a curve slightly increased very rapidly up to the certain PO2. After that, curve decreases. That means not decrease, it became a stable. It became stable. Now see here. Now we will take how these factors can affect to the disassociation of oxygen from the hemoglobin. See, this oxygen can be disassociated from the hemoglobin. How all these four factors can affect to the disassociation of this hemoglobin? We will take the first option, increased pH. As you know, when pH increase, H plus ion concentration decreases. When pH increase, H plus ion concentration decreases. What here, what is the interaction of these H plus ions to the hemoglobin molecule? When there is a more H plus ion concentration, that can disturb the bonding between oxygen and hemoglobin, and it disassociates more and more oxygen into the blood. When H plus is more, so here when H plus concentration is less, see first option you can see increased pH. When increased pH, H plus ion concentration decreases acid concentration. So it cannot disturb the bonding affinity between oxygen and the hemoglobin. Now in this case, saturation of O2 is high. It cannot be distracted. Understanding or not? Now, when H plus ions are less, percentage of saturation is very high. The first option. I remember this. Later we will discuss those options. How curve shifts. Now see, in the second option, decreased 2,3 BPG. Now this, what is the effect of this 2,3 bisphosphoglycerate? Now in generally, this 2,3 bisphosphoglycerate will go and sit at this site here, the junction of beta 1 and beta 2 subunits. In generally, in the beta 2 and beta 1 and beta 2 subunits, there is a one amino acid will be there. This is what first option we have seen. Second option, there is a histidine. What is amino acid? Histidine will be there in the beta subunits. These histidines will react more with the 2,3-BPG because this is negative charge and histidine amino acids are positive charge, right? When histidine of the beta 1 beta 2 subunits, when it binds to the 2,3-BPG, and the affinity will decrease between oxygen and the hemoglobin. Now see here what is actually is there. This component concentration decreasing when 2,3-BPG is very less. Now what happens to the affinity? Affinity will increases. The saturation of O2 will be increased. Saturation of O2 will be increased because of this 2,3-BPG is very less, so it cannot distract the bonding of oxygen and the hemoglobin molecules. Now another third thing we will take, strenuous exercise. Strenuous exercise. You see what happened in this case, third case, when a person is doing continuous exercise, a vigorous exercise, especially in a muscle tissues, you know very well, he can produce more CO2. More CO2 concentration. CO2 will be increased. If more CO2, and that can produce carbonic acid, and it also produces more H plus ions. H plus ions. And you know one thing, this carbon dioxide also can bind to the hemoglobin, right? When carbon dioxide concentration is more and it produces H plus ions by acidic condition, and this acidic condition again distracts the bonds between hemoglobin and oxygen. Understanding or not? Other than that, a person who is doing exercise, more temperature also rises, and that temperature also distracts the bondings between oxygen and hemoglobin. Now when this CO2, H plus and more temperature and other components, this when glycolysis is going on more and more, and it also produces 2,3-BPG in the glycolysis intermediary molecule. Now when this concentration increases, now all these factors can cause to decrease the saturation levels. They decrease saturation levels. All these reasons, as you know, when a person is doing a strenuous exercise, you can see the production of all these components in that blood where tissues are present in the muscles. Now it can decrease the saturation levels. The saturation levels of oxygen will be decreased. Very less saturation at this condition. Right. And if you see the fourth condition, the fetal hemoglobin. Fetal hemoglobin. Fetal hemoglobin. Now we should know the differences between fetal hemoglobin and adult hemoglobin. As we know, adult hemoglobin, which is made up of alpha 1, beta 2, alpha 2. This is adult hemoglobin. But the fetal hemoglobin, which is having two different subunits, alpha 1, gamma 2, alpha 2. See, these are two different subunits. In the fetus hemoglobin, you can see presence of gamma subunit. In the adult hemoglobin, a beta subunit. But these two are structurally similar except a few amino acids. As we know, in the beta, amino acid 143, as I told here, histidine amino acid, positive amino acid. But here also this subunit at 143, histidine. But here beta subunits are absent in the fetal hemoglobin. So here what is present? Gamma. But in this gamma subunits, we cannot find the histidine. Instead of that, we can see the serine. Actually, this serine amino acid cannot interact with the 2,3-bisphosphoglycerate. The serine cannot interact with the 2,3-bisphosphoglycerate. Even though you see in the placenta, there is a more 2,3-BPG in the placenta. So in that case, what happens? That 2,3-BPG can interact with the hemoglobin of an adult so that it can release more oxygen at the placenta, more oxygen at the placenta. So that oxygen can be collected by the fetal hemoglobin, which is having gamma subunits. So these gamma subunits cannot be affected with the high concentration of 2,3 BPG. Now here what happens to the fetal hemoglobin is present, the saturation of O2 increases. Saturation of O2 increases. Now you see the four options. What happens when all these four conditions, if you know, then we will go to the curve. Now see, when pH is increased, that means saturation levels increases. See, during normal, we'll take randomly at PO2 50, at PO2 50 millimeter Hg. If you go here, now you can cut up to this. You can see roughly the saturation at this point will take 70% of saturated oxygen to the hemoglobin in normal condition at the PO2 50 millimeter Hg. Now we can take here in this condition, saturation should be increasing, right, or decreasing. Now it should be increased at this condition. You see, if we take this graph at the same PO2 50, when you go and cut here, right, now what is the saturation levels we are getting here? 60%. 60% is the saturation level. Now the curve from A to B shifting, this is not the reason, because it has to increase the saturation of oxygen with the hemoglobin, but here decreasing. Clear? In the same way, we can take also when there is a high decreased concentration of 2,3 BPG. 2,3 BPG. Now what it has to do? It has to again increase the saturation percentage. The same graph we can take. When you take that thing again, see, it is not actually increasing. We will get the same curve. It has to increase. It has to go here when it is increasing. But in this curve, it is not showing increased saturation. Again, saturation decreased. Now you see this third one, when there is a strenuous exercise person is doing, it has to decrease. It has to decrease. See here, this one. When there is a production of more CO2, more H plus ions, and these 2,3 BPG, all other components, they can interact with the hemoglobin, and then hemoglobin can be disassociated, oxygen can be disassociated from the hemoglobin. Now you see, so in this case, the saturation level should be decreased. Now you can see here, the same graph, we can go for here, and when you cut at the same PO2 50, we are getting 60 here and here 70 in the normal. Now there is a difference, 70 minus 60, there is a 10% different in the saturation levels. So saturation is decreased from the A to B when a person is doing a continuous exercise. Now the fourth point you can see, again this case, what happens when there is a gamma subunits in the fetal hemoglobin, again they can increase the saturation levels. They cannot decrease the saturation levels with the oxygen of hemoglobin. So here this curve is showing a decreased saturation levels in the same PO2 when you compare to the a normal condition. Again this also will not exactly match with this curve from A to B. Now here also it has to increase, but here the curve is showing decrease. Now finally you can compare option 1, increased pH should increase the saturation, but this curve is showing decreased saturation levels. So this is not the right option. And you see another thing, decreased 2,3 BPG concentration, again it has to increase the saturation levels, but this curve is showing decreased saturation levels, right? Again second option is not the right. And you see the third option here, when there is a strenuous exercise, during that process there is a production of all these components, they can decrease the saturation levels. That means they can decrease the binding affinity between oxygen and hemoglobin. So saturation should be decreased than the normal. So here saturation percentage decreased. Now the option is this, correct option. And even though we will see the fetal hemoglobin, because of absence of this beta subunits, 2,3-BPG cannot bind to the fetus hemoglobin. So saturation levels to the fetus hemoglobin towards oxygen is very high. So this option also not correct. Now, by looking all these four different conditions, when presence of oxygen and hemoglobin, how they can interact, how they can disturb those bonds, and finally, you have got the right option, this strenuous exercise. During that condition, among these four options, during this condition, only the curve shifts from A to B. That means towards right. And if curve is shifting towards left, all opposite conditions. That means even if you see at the same PO to 50, if you take here one more curve, and you can compare here, up to 85% of hemoglobin is saturated with the oxygen at the same PO2. During that condition, when curve is shifting towards left, there may be this condition will be there, more saturation, increased pH, that means less LSH plus ions, and decreased 2,3-BPG, right? And when there is a less concentration of this, it cannot describe the bonding between oxygen and hemoglobin, so affinity will be more. But here in the strenuous exercise, all the components can describe the bonding affinity between oxygen and hemoglobin, so that it can decrease the saturation levels. So the curve shifts from the normal to the right. Clear, students? I hope you understood this.